we'll begin that now, please, if he is here. I didn't check that.
I am here. I need to pull up my work report. If anyone else is already ready with the work report, they can go ahead of me. If not, I'll be 1 minute getting it up.
Okay, in that case, Camilla, would you like to begin?
Yeah. Hi everyone, Camilo, Vice President for Communities. Well, the report is there, but I want to highlight the work with decolonizing the curriculum steering group. We're just discussing now like a general definition for the project, which is a good step forward. Other than that, other work with liberation, I want to highlight this Friday's event with the installation of the rector, but after that, the Celebrate You Aberdeen Live at the Loan. So we will have presence from like stalls from all the forums, and we have. So I think it's going to be a very good event, and that's so. I mean, the past month, kind of like pretty happy with what is going to be offered that day. What else? Well, also, and maybe Alice is going to comment on this, but kind of like this week, especially, we see about what is going on in court. So there's many things discussed there. One of them, one of the different things that were discussed were the anti-racism strategy from the university. So that was also an important part of it, and we're just happy to see it going up, like being discussed in different parts of the university, in the court and senate and all that. And I think that's it for now. If anyone has any questions, they can just check the highlights of that report. But I think that's all for me now.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Camilo. Is the Vice President for Sport ready to begin?
I am indeed.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's begin.
Hi everyone. So busy enough month last month and this month. A few things obviously working on in February. I was assisting RGU with organising Granite City, so getting in contact with clubs and making sure that clubs were setting up and sending and submitting squads to compete in the varsity day against RGU. Obviously then I've been assisting over the past month with sports ball as well. So I have, which will be at the end of the month. Also attended a NUS consultation on February as well. We looked at the second round of the Ulster Student Fund, and funds should now be out granted and feedback given to anyone from the second round. Also have been spending the past 2 months looking at Blues and Sports Awards as well, which obviously will be awarded on the Sports Awards night on the 30th of March as well. And then during for refreshers, I helped out at the some of the refreshers events in February as well, so like your drag bingo, the fairs and wine yoga as well. It's been a busy enough couple of months, so it has. Any questions at all, feel free to shout away.
Yeah, Sophie. Um, 2 seconds, Sophie. You should be able to unmute in a second.
So the question is, do sports and societies need to have a COVID officer for next academic year? I'm not fully sure if we have an answer for that there. I'm not sure if any of us are able to provide an answer for that there right now. But Yeah, I'm not fully sure. I could look into that, but I'm assuming that it'll just be it'll not be as vital a role, or will probably be in line with your well-being officer's role. I could see that, but I'm sure we could find that out, especially now with like most guidelines being lifted yesterday. I think yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah. So maybe it might not be needed. I'm not fully sure. I can find that out for sure.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Are there any other questions or comments for Adam on this? Don't think so. Okay. Sorry, I was so keen to get onto the Vice President for Sport there. I got myself in a muddle. I didn't actually ask if there was any questions for Camillo about his work report. Was there anything that anybody wanted to ask, or any other questions related to what the report that he just gave? Just make it known now. Doesn't look like it. Okay, thanks very much then. We'll move on to the Vice President for Welfare, please.
Hello everybody, I'm Ivana, Ayushi her pronouns, and I'm the current Vice President for Welfare. The past month has been fairly busy. Most of my work went into our Stand With Ukraine campaign, which you can find out more in my report. And I would like to thank all of the societies, clubs, student groups, and individuals who are fundraising in many different ways. I would like to also shout out, while I'm here, event tonight by our lovely forums. It's at 8 p.m. in Blue Lamp. Entry is £5. And it's going to be a quiz night, and they're raising money for LGBTQ plus charities that are in Ukraine. So I would just like to let you know that. We've also sent out a letter to MPs asking for their support for Ukrainian and other refugees all around the world, because we know that attitude needs to be changed. And if you have anything else that you feel like we should be doing, please let us know. We are always happy to bring that forward. I've been also working on student mental health agreement action points that I have, student partnership agreement, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Okay, thank you, Ivana. Any questions or comments for the Vice President for Welfare? Just give everybody a sec. Looks like you're off the hook. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, could we have the Vice President for Education, please?
Sure. So Vice President for Education, Andrei Kuchak. So over the last month, I have been mostly preoccupied with the elections that are now over. So you can head to our website to see who's won the elections and who's going to be representing you for the next year, which is really, really exciting. On top of that, there has been mostly just regular stuff that I normally deal with. But on top of that, I've had 2 focus groups regarding the class rep review with the class reps, and 2 with the staff members across the institution to figure out how we can take some of the recommendations forward and how we can improve the system at large. So that is still ongoing, and hopefully we will have that tied up by the end of this academic year. There has been some movement on the student monitoring updates as well, so we're currently figuring out what do we want to do with the whole C6, C7 system, and we're trying to make it as supportive as we can, which was always the intentions of that system since it was set up. But there's also some other activity going on with employability. So, for example, we're currently having the graduate attribute survey open. So if you want to, you can fill that up. And on top of that, I keep on planning some of the sessions for the enhancement conference in June. And we kicked off our institutional collaboration with the European European University Association. So they're basically like the association for all of the universities in Europe, and we're collaborating on a project of collaborative teaching space. So it's quite exciting to get to speak to universities from out with UK. And we've had some Senate and University Education Committee that focused mostly on the delivery of education within next year. So we're coming up with a plan, but we're still plagued by government regulations on all sorts of things. So we're currently trying to work out what we can make the education look like for the upcoming term. So it's still in the works, but that's about it.
Thank you very much, Andre. Okay, does anybody have any questions, comments, or anything like that for the Vice President for Education? Looks like you're off the hook. Cool. Okay, the student president then, sorry.
Hello everyone, Alisa the name, she, her pronouns, student president. I trust being the good student counselors that you will all have read my work report and I don't need to elaborate too much on it, just a couple of highlights. I've linked some articles about, for example, the Gaudi has tracked our manifesto progress and done a piece of it in not the most recent edition, but a couple of weeks ago, and I've linked that. The university and also had a bunch of strategic initiatives coming up where I represented you as the student body and made sure that students are included in their strategic vision that goes beyond Aberdeen 2040. And since I've submitted my work report, I've had some international student mobility work with the Aurora Student Council, which is an international alliance that Aberdeen is part of. We are also working very hard on the erector installation, which is going to be taking place Friday ahead of Live on the Lawn. So please, if you are on the old Aberdeen campus on Friday, say hi to Martina, our new rector, and talk to us. We're all going to be there, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. As Camilo has mentioned, we had court today, and there was some bits about the anti-racism strategy that passed through court, so hopefully that will be adopted now. And Ukraine will also mention, and the student engagement with Stand With Ukraine was positively highlighted. So shout out to all of you for doing the work that you put in. And then last but not least, a little personal announcement. As most of you will have seen, because you've elected my successor, I didn't rerun for AUSA as your student president. Instead, I have decided to go for NUS UK president. I just wanted to let you know the elections are still ongoing at the moment. I will know the results by next week, I believe. And yeah, just, personal announcement, because I think it's just fair to let you know that you made me do this by being the wonderful bunch of students that you are. Thank you. Any questions? I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Elisa. Okay, questions, comments, anything like that for the student president there? Doesn't appear so. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much to all the sabbatical officers. The next point on the agenda then is an update on the situation in Ukraine, AUSA's perspective on it, and that will be led by Camilo, I believe.
Yeah, hi everyone. Again, Camilo, Vice President for Communities. We just had some conversations with students, especially postgraduate students and some lecturers. So basically, what I wanted to do right now is just kind of more like a sense check and to hear your opinions on the university's response to the situation. So to make clear, we're not debating about the reasons or not reasons of the situation in Ukraine or about the war or whatever. It's more, I wanted to know, your opinions or your feelings on how the university has responded to it, their communications, the measures they've taken. All this to say, and I don't know if I think we didn't mention it last time, or it hasn't happened last time, but I think we're very happy, all the sabbaticals and and now also we're very happy with the students' response, not with the way you have organized yourself, the way you have created like solidarity networks and organized events about this. Like I think that's been amazing. For me, it's just one, like a very big step towards going back to our normal situation of having in-person events and having like more like collaborative events happening among students. So I'm personally, I'm very happy about it, and I'm very proud of what you have been doing. So the question in short, it's we just want to know opinions and ideas of how the university has responded to the situation. What have you liked? What the university could have done better, or how any of the university's decisions about this have affected you? So that's it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you looking for these opinions to be given to you now, or?
Yeah. So again, this is not a debate or a vote or anything. Just kind of like I wanted to know what's been the feeling, because I would like to get some feedback on that. But it can be now, it can be later, email, message, or whatever. Just so it's something that has, like, students have shown a lot of interest on the situation, which I think is great, and we haven't talked about that a lot. So yeah, could be now, could be later. I'll be happy with both.
Okay, thank you very much. Does anybody have any comments on the matter for the student, for the Vice President for Communities to take away just now? Or does everybody want to get in touch after the fact? Okay, we'll take that as comments after the fact. Okay. With that concluded, then, the next thing that we have to deal with is the committee and fora updates. So, does anybody from any of the committees or any of the forums want to give us any updates on the work that they've been doing? Okay, we have a comment here from Rebecca that just says, Ivana already mentioned it, but the LGBTQ plus Students Forum will host a fundraising pub quiz today at 8 p.m. in the Blue Lamp. So that's in 2.5 hours. Anyone who's interested can attend. There will be free snacks and awesome prizes. All the proceeds go to a help organization in Ukraine. Vice President for Communities.
Yeah, no, this is the kind of thing that we're very happy to hear about, and yeah, I want to take the example of how students have reacted and organized around this, just to say that we are always happy to hear about your events. We're always happy to promote them and to give any support, any help that we can give. So yeah, it's good to see the university or the students organizing again around something, and especially if it's a good cause. So please keep the events and ideas coming, and we'll be happy to amplify them as much as we can.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any other updates from any of the forums or any of the standing committees anybody wants to bring to attention just now? Nothing? Okay, final thing then. Any other competent business? Does anybody have anything else that needs to be said or brought up right now? Any other points that need to be discussed or need to be brought to the attention of the sabbatical officers or to the council broadly? Anything at all? We have one student council left, as the Vice President for Education just said. Cool. Okay then. Then we will end the meeting there if there's nothing else to bring up. Okay, thank you all for coming along. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much. Cool. Okay then. Then we will end the meeting there if there's nothing else to bring up. Okay, thank you all for coming along. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much.